Okay, guys, we got Steve here. JJ, you want to get us started?
Steve, Eric was telling us that you're a little animated in the locker room post game. What was that moment like for you?
Oh, we got to celebrate them. Gosh, it's hard to win college basketball games, and we did a lot of good things 2 days in a row. We're on a little roll here right now. We got to enjoy those. If I could dance, I would have danced, but I can't. So we just jumped around a little bit. By the time I get in there, they've usually already celebrated a little bit on their own. But we need to ride this out. We got a lot of different guys stepping up. Parrish had played pretty well the last couple ball games. I think he had a streak of probably 9 for 9 the last 2 ball games from the field, and just didn't play him a lot last night because Cedric was really good. But got him in there today. He really bailed us out because Cedric was in foul trouble the whole time. So he played well. It was good to see Zumbel knock down a few shots again. Different guys are feeling good. Our team's feeling good.
Yeah, what was the key to getting everybody going offensively and having that level of balance that you guys had in this one?
Well, I don't know what the key was. Just again, the trust factor, the confidence in our teammates continues to go up. Even though we've been making progress in that regard, FAU was still really focused on Javon and Keaton. And so last night, Jacob was able to make him pay, Cedric a few times. But we really moved the ball and took care of the basketball the last 2 days. Assist numbers were good both days. Turnover numbers were good both days. Probably the most important thing that happened tonight is they clearly felt like they were going to need to go zone. And first possession of the game, we scored. Second possession of the game, they went zone and stayed in it. And they were going to play it so that if the ball got into the high post area, they were going to fan out, stay home on Javon and Keaton, stay home on everybody, and just kind of make that to see if our big guys, our 4 men and 5 men, could make enough plays in the middle of the zone, and they did. They did a heck of a job. Cedric knocked down a jumper the very first time, I think. Parrish drove it down in there a few times. We weren't able to get it inside out a lot, but we handled their zone pretty well.
I think yesterday you talked about some of the unnecessary drama down the stretch. Were you happy with how you guys kind of, kept the margin pretty comfortable late here and how they handled that situation?
Yeah, we were better tonight for sure. And I didn't even realize the details when I was in here talking to you guys. I mean, we gave up 10 points in 26 or 27 seconds last night. I mean, I was thinking we were up 9. We were up 10 with 33 seconds to go, and then we had to have Keaton make free throws with 6 seconds to go to win it. So we gave up 2 threes and a 4, a 3-pointer with a foul. So we did not handle it well last night. But even then, we had the turnover on the inbound was really the key possession that gave them a chance to get back into it. So it wasn't as bad as it felt, but it was a lot of drama. I thought we were better down the stretch tonight. We about the under 4 timeout, we talked about what play we were going to run at that point, and then we were probably about a minute away from trying to run a little bit of clock, and we knew they wouldn't just let us hold it. We figured they would start trapping and make us scramble a little bit, and we handled it pretty well. Zumbel got a layup that really clinched it for us, and I liked our mindset down the stretch there.
Jonas, go ahead.
Coach, yesterday after it seemed like it took a while for the Owls to get warmed up. They hadn't played in a couple weeks there, and then it was a close contest throughout the rest of the game, and today it started off pretty close again, even though you guys led for 36 minutes of the action tonight. But can you just kind of speak to what it was that the Owls showed you in terms of competition and bouncing back? This is going to look a little bit different as we come down the stretch where they haven't played as many games as everybody else. But when it comes to the conference tournament talk, where do they kind of rank, even though they haven't had as much contest?
Yeah, that type of a break is difficult, to be sitting around. I know they didn't have full practices there for quite a while. There's those types of situations happening all across the country this year. To look at scores, it's just different. It's just different. You don't know who's in the lineup, who's out of the lineup. There's so many variables. Even comparing records is going to be tough. like you said, some teams are going to play more games than others. I know I talked to Dusty this week, probably on Wednesday or Thursday, and he was talking about their makeup games. He said he was just glad that they were going to get some home games when they rescheduled because they've been on the road so much. So, yeah, it's been challenging. It's been a real challenging season for a lot of teams. I like their team. I said that last week, and I think they're very well coached. I think they've got a nice mix of players. They got guys that can shoot it. They play the right way. They defend. They rebound. We were pretty proud of ourselves for our rebounding effort last night. They popped us bad tonight on the boards. They got a good team. Ingram wasn't able to play much tonight. He might not have been full strength last night either. But when he's clicking, he's an all-conference type performer. So if they're healthy and if they get to keep playing, they're a team that certainly could win games in the conference tournament.
Great, thanks.
Jerry, go ahead.
Coach, congratulations. Just wanted to ask you, during the winning streak, it seems like Javon has handled the point guard, the facilitating duties particularly well. I guess 9 assists tonight or something like that. Can you kind of comment on that? What you've seen out there from Javon, just as far as his point guard skills?
Yeah, again, when those other guys are contributing the way they are right now, it just makes it so much easier on Keaton and Javon, and it's something we've been talking about for the last couple of years. They're always going to get, if it's a ball screen, they're going to get their own guy going over the screen every time. The screener's man is going to get up and hedge it or show or attack to the best of their ability. If it's a 5, Sillins, we want to involve Sillins in some of those ball screens, but he's going to get up there, and if you're never able to make them pay behind that, it makes it hard on those guys. And last night, Jacob was terrific on the rolls. Javon sees everything. He's got an unbelievable IQ. Tonight, he wanted to call a play that we haven't run in 6 weeks. He knew Blackshear had 4 fouls, and he wanted to run a play. And I was like, yeah, Javon, I like it. And you like it. But we haven't run that play in 6 – our other guys won't remember it. They don't even know what you're talking about. You've got an unbelievable basketball mind, great vision. When he gets in trouble, sometimes it's because of the length, So right now he's doing a little better job of staying out of trouble, bouncing out, delivering it early, stretching it, and delivering it. And that's why he's made some good plays over the last few ball games. He's also he's a very unselfish player. For a guy that scores the way he does, he wants to pass the ball. He wants to get other guys. He enjoys seeing his teammates have success. He knows he can score. Everybody in the country knows he can score. He's done proving that. He didn't have to prove that to anybody. He enjoys making the right play.
Seems like you've got quite a few versatile players like that. That might all be sort of contributing to this run, right? I mean, you got a guy like Eric that can guard so many different positions. Cedric can do so many different things. What about your versatility? How much of a factor is the team's overall versatility right now?
Well, it's terrific. Again, the guys are doing what they can do and what we hoped they could do, and are getting more comfortable with that. Juice moves the ball and fights like crazy on defense and knocks in some shots. Zumbel fights like crazy every possession. He's mad. Oh, my God. He lost 2 blockouts yesterday, lost the battle, and then he won the next probably 5. I mean, he's a tough competitor, and he can make threes. He's not shooting a great percentage, but he's still a threat. Parrish can do a little bit of everything. Cedric's giving us the defense. I mean, he was so excited about the way he defended last night. He took on the challenge with Ingram, and again, I don't know if he's healthy or not, but he went into that game wanting to do a job on him. So guys are doing what we hope they can do. They're not trying to do things they shouldn't be trying to do for the most part. And that's the way it works. That's how you become a good team. If everybody handles their role and their responsibilities, and if they're comfortable with it, if they're not fighting you with it. And for the most part, I think our guys are doing that.
Steven, go ahead.
Coach, you guys got your 10th win at home today. This is now 5 seasons in a row. You've gotten at least 10 wins at home. What does the being home mean to you guys that y'all have been able to be so successful in the last few years?
I wish I could give you a real smart answer, but I don't know. I mean, I guess our guys play with more confidence at home. I've told you when we were heading down on the road, the last few road trips, that I didn't think our guys lacked confidence on the road. We certainly we're a little bit of an extreme. Most teams are going to win more at home than they do on the road. Statistically, Coach Hood keeps reminding me that we are a little more extreme in that regard than most. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just our guys shoot thousands and thousands and thousands of shots in that gym. We don't have a practice gym. Virtually everyone in our league probably practices in one gym and then goes and plays their games in another one. That's it. That's our gym right now. So our guys get up thousands and thousands of shots in there. They're comfortable. We got great food here in San Antonio. I don't know.
And you've got Keaton Wallace is now 36 points away from 2,000 for his career. Just kind of what has that meant to have both him and Javon? Before they got here, there were no 2,000-point scorers here, and now you have a possibility in the next few weeks of having two. Just talk about that.
Yeah, I didn't know he was that close. I knew he was closing in on it. I hadn't heard for a couple ball games where he was at. That's awesome. That's a terrific. A lot of points. And nobody works harder. I mean, those two guys, they put in the time and invest. Keaton will get treatment for hours on his body, and he'll get more shots. And 2,000 points is a lot. Those guys have done a heck of a job. They're obviously at the heart and soul of what we've been able to do here. To turn this thing around and be a program that people are talking about right now. Those guys were right in there making it happen, and proud of them. Happy for them.
Got time for one more quick question, Jonas.
Great, thanks. If I can squeeze it in there, 4 more games left. The season still can go either way. Haven't played particularly well on the road, as has been mentioned. You've got Charlotte on the road next. How do you focus in just for these last 4 games?
Yeah, kind of what we've been doing the last few weeks. The weather is going to force us to flip some things around with our practice days here this week. But it hopefully won't affect us drastically. Our practices at this point in the season are pretty short and sharp and real focused on adjustments for the next opponent. Charlotte's another very unique opponent. They would love to slow things down, have long possessions. They're hard to guard. They're hard to score against. They're very well coached, very disciplined. It'll be a challenge for us. But again, we're going to go down there feeling really, really good. I think Adrian is feeling much better today than he did yesterday. So hopefully we can get through the week with some good practices and avoid any injuries and go down there closer to full strength. Adrian's the only one really dealing with much right now from an injury standpoint. So our mindset is good. We got to pick 2 or 3 keys that we think this week will give us a chance to beat Charlotte. We'll start working on that tonight with the coaches and come in here and talk about it a little bit actually tomorrow, probably now with the weather situation the way it is. But got to ride out the momentum and also keep getting better. That's what we keep talking about with our guys. We're not done, A couple weeks ago, we might not have been good enough to beat FAU, We may not be good enough to beat UAB right now. We're not playing UAB right now. We got to be good enough to beat Charlotte this weekend. That's our focus. Be good enough on Friday to beat Charlotte.